since it is very much an alphabet soup when it comes to monetization, I'm just going to share a real quick slide here so that we can sort of set the terms, even though some of the terms might be debatable as to who falls into what category. But, you know, as we go down the list, SVOD, subscription-based video on demand, AVOD, ad-based, FAST, free ad-supported TV, typically live linear, TVOD, transactional video on demand, whether that's rental or purchase. A relatively new term, and there may have been a new term since last night that I haven't picked up on, PVOD, premium video on demand, for first-run theatrical releases like Trolls World Tour and Mulan. And then there are, of course, hybrid and tribrid models. So with that setting the stage, I want to first ask Sarah, as the media reporter for Axios, what are some of the trends that you're seeing in the market right now in terms of the models that are finding success, the models that aren't, and give us your overview of how things may have changed in the last 6 months or a year.
Yeah, that's a really great question. I think one of the big changes that we've seen is that alongside people's SVOD, subscription video on demand subscriptions, things like Netflix and Amazon, consumers are looking for a free alternative to those subscriptions. They obviously can't afford, we've seen Maggot has come out with some pretty strong studies, to pay for more than maybe 3 or 4 of these subscription services a month. And so AVOD, the advertising video on demand free services, they're sometimes also called FAST, free ad supported services, they are really rising. And so what do those look like? We've seen them be acquired by big telecom companies. If it's Pluto TV acquired by Viacom CBS, or if it's Tubi, or if it's you know, any of these 4-letter word sort of services, they all are getting acquired. And to that end, on the free side, when it comes to the overall consumption in television, free broadcast TV is rising too. And it's been rising, but amid the pandemic, it's really taken off. And so what that is, it's called over the air. It's where you use, you know, your little TV bunny ears to get a signal. And we found that it's rising because people want to get free access to broadcast while they can pay for their Netflix subscriptions. The biggest manifestation of that was probably this week, where we had, or last week rather, Scripps acquired Ion for $2.6 billion, which is a mostly over-the-air syndicated service. So that's my general overview of what we've seen. But the rise of free has been a big theme, not just throughout this pandemic, although it's been expedited throughout the pandemic, but really throughout the past year.
Absolutely. And I think the other thing that people are doing is that people are definitely finding those fast services that you mentioned, that free ad-supported live linear TV, in a way that maybe wasn't true even 6 months or a year ago.